Good evening and welcome to high school boys basketball. The Elyria Pioneers and the Avon Eagles from the nest in Avon. Ron Polinsky here with you. I'll be joined during the game by Jared Kozar. Gary Pelder is doing the camera work. We should have a good one tonight as this ends round one of league play in the SWC. Both teams come in 4-2 in the league. Elyria is 9-3 overall, and Avon is 9-2. Avon defeated Avon Lake Tuesday night 69-54. And the Elyria Pioneers on the same night lost to Berea Mid-Park by a score of 73-60. And these two teams will play later on. They'll end the regular season against one another. That ball game will be at Elyria. Had a chance to talk with both head coaches before tonight's game. Here's my conversation with Elyria's coach, Brett Larrick.
Getting set for boys basketball tonight is the end round one of the SWC. It's Elyria at Avon, and the Pioneers come in with a record of 9-3 overall, 4-2 in league play, 4-1 away from home, and coming off a loss to Berea Mid-Park on Tuesday, 73-60 back at Elyria. In that ball game, Kendall Compton led the Pioneers with 13, and then they had three other individuals with 8 points apiece. Coach, you're averaging 73 a game. You got held to 60 on Tuesday. Your thoughts back to Tuesday's loss?
Well, Tuesday we didn't play as fast, as aggressive as we normally do a little bit. Part was on Berea. They were patient. They waited for their good shot. We were a little tentative on the defensive side, not trapping quite as much. So a little more tentative in the full court than we normally were. And then, offensively, we got to get better shots for each other too. Our percentage wasn't as great. Our assist total wasn't what it is, but give Berea a lot of credit. They played well. They wanted it. Now we got to see what we're made of.
How did your kids respond to that loss practice-wise? I know it was a little goofy with yesterday being out of school, but how did practice go since you got beat Tuesday?
Yeah, a little different. No school yesterday, trying to get in practice, and we didn't have everybody. It's tough to get everybody there in those conditions. But we got our normal day in today, normal school day, normal film and scout. So hopefully our guys are focused and ready, and we'll see once tip-off happens.
Coach, taking on the Avon Eagles for the first time. This ends round one of league play. Obviously, they're playing really well, having won 8 straight games, 9-2 overall. Your thoughts on Mike's team?
They're really, really good. They're strong, they're big, they're physical, deep, and they got some really, really good basketball players. And Ziegler's, a heck of a basketball player. It's on a spurt right now, I think. Every time you see him, he's got 24, 26 points and shooting well. But then they got other guys that are really coming into their own as well. So it's going to be a tough matchup for us. They've won 8 in a row. And we've seen them. I've seen them live twice. We've seen a bunch of film. And, sometimes it's not good to watch that much. They start to worry even more. And we got our hands full. We're going to have to compete, be physical, and see if we can't make it our game.
And is that going to be a big factor tonight? What kind of style this game is played at? What kind of tempo? Are you guys similar? Just tell me about, kind of the X and O's and a little bit of the chess match.
A little bit. I mean, it's not like they're playing slow, but they're going to be probably a little bit more patient than we are. They run their stuff a little bit more. We want to play at a little faster pace. And ideally, we want to speed them up, but they've got some good players that can handle the ball. Skorda, Ziegler, Gavin, number 10. They got some guys that can handle it, so might be tough. So we'll see. Hopefully our guys come out and compete on the defensive end, and in order to run, you got to get stops and rebounds, and that's what we told our guys. You guys want to run? I go, we got to get stops and rebounds.
Again, talking, that this is the end of round one. As you kind of look back and think about it, did the first round of league play, not just for you, but just kind of all the way around, did it kind of go how you thought it might?
Well, first thing, this league is so competitive. I mean, you've got realistically, 5 or so teams that are right there in the mix of it, that any of them on either night can beat anybody. And so you got to be ready to play every night. That's what I've said today. And I've answered this question. It's way too early to think about the end of the year with the conference. This is about us. We're halfway through this time of year. Last couple of years we've been building, getting better, and right now our consistency isn't where we want it. We've got to keep building with that, and that's what our big talk right now is we play well in spurts, and the other night 2 spurts cost us, where we got to be a little bit more consistent. We got to be a little bit more locked in on what we do, and that's what we're trying to get. You're at the halfway point, game 12, this is game 13. We got to be building in the right direction, go down this to the end and towards tournament time. So we don't want to be playing our best, but now it's time to start getting there.
So we're kind of at the middle point of the season, as you just mentioned. You're a longtime educator. What would you give the midterm grade for the Elyria boys basketball team? Or maybe that's not quite a fair question, but I'll let you answer that however you want.
We're probably not where we want to be yet.
Okay.
I think we're building. I think we've shown glimpses. So I mean, again, we keep talking about our consistency and, little things, and not having to worry about these little things and changing lineups and mistakes on the court. They don't happen all the time, but the other night, I think 2-minute spurts cost us. So we just got to keep building to we're at full 32 minutes of what we want to do. And we've shown it. We've had games that we've shown it, but then there's games that we don't, and that's what we got to figure out.
Sounded like somewhere between a B and a B minus to me. But again, I got D's, so your grades for your kids are better than any I got. Coach, give us a key or two tonight for Elyria. If you probably have already answered it, but if you don't mind, a key or two tonight.
We got to contain Ziegler as much as possible. We got to make it tough on him. He's a key, and then we want to speed up shooters. So you do all that, but then you don't want to give up layups because they're smart. So we have to be solid defensively and taking away the guys that we want. And then you do all that. The other night we got rebounded, so that's a key for us tonight. Is we don't have to win the rebound, but we got to keep it close.
Coach, thanks so much for the time. Best of luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's Brett Larrick, 18th-year head coach of the Elyria Pioneers. Okay.
I'm Mayor Kevin Brubaker, and I'm inviting you to rediscover Elyria. With new places to eat and shop, a revitalized historic downtown, expanded park facilities and programming, our community is once again on the move. Check out our award-winning schools, the new homes, and events and festivals for all ages all year long here in Elyria. Come be a part of the momentum. Visit cityofelyria.org and follow us on Facebook to see how we're building a stronger Elyria together.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we offer the greatest customer experience around, plus upfront, no haggle pricing and great deals. Right now, lease the 2025 GMC Sierra for just $339 a month. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Avon Eagles set to take on the Elyria Pioneers as we end round 1 of SWC play. Mike Fitch, 6th-year head coach, joins us for the pregame, and the Eagles off to a fine season so far. They're 9-2 overall, 4-2 in league play, and again, as I mentioned, this will end round 1, and the Eagles have won 8 in a row. And Coach, I guess that leads to my question. Anytime you have an 8-game winning streak, that's impressive. When you consider who is in your league, I think that makes it even all the more impressive. What has been going on that you've won 8 in a row after a 1-2 start?
Yeah, these kids have taken one game at a time. We're preaching that. We look back, we've won 8 in a row. I remember at Amherst we said it'd be nice to be 7-2, and you just take one game at a time. Good conference opponents we have coming all the time. So, that's kind of been our mantra: give a lead effort, one game at a time. We'll see what happens.
Easier said than done. How do you get high school kids to buy into that one game at a time?
Yeah, honestly, we've been preaching elite effort since the beginning of the summer, and we've really focused on that. We've really decided to maybe not, have them focus one game time, but it's practice. We have really good leaders. We have really good guys that are stepping up and doing everything they can, and practice has been really good. It's been focused. Previous years, we've kind of lost some focus in practice and stuff, and these guys, Shane Cardy, Joey Ziegler, and Caden Clapham have really stepped up in practice and have really good leadership. So I think when you have high expectations from those guys to their teammates, it's easy.
Coach, you're coming off a win over your rival Avon Lake on Tuesday, beat them 69-54. 2 things stood out to me. 4 in double figures offensively for your team in holding them to 54. Talk about your effort on Tuesday and what were you most pleased with?
Yeah, you're scared going in those games, It's a rivalry game. Avon Lake, I think, is much better than what their record shows. They have an elite scorer in the sophomore B-Saw. So we were preaching physicality. We were really focused. We knew a lot of sets they ran. They're a set-heavy team, so we looked at those. We practiced them a lot. And honestly, it's just the focus defensively that led to the offense, too, and different guys scoring and running different stuff for our guys.
Is it also harder because they have a first-year head coach, at least at Avon Lake? Now, obviously, he's been at other places, but you probably weren't real familiar with him, so did that make it a little more interesting?
Yeah, a lot. I've watched way more Avon Lake film than I ever had in the past because, I mean, no matter what coaches you're going against, you know tendencies, you know what they're going to run and stuff. So I really knew nothing about TJ. Even my cousin's the assistant coach over there, but he didn't give me anything, obviously. So you watch a lot and kind of interesting adjustments he would make and trying to get some, habits or behaviors that he did. But he did a great job. He does a great job. They played physical. They responded, and, it was nice to get on the right end of that one.
Who's been playing well for your team?
Yeah, I mean, Joey Ziegler's our leading scorer. He's expected to play well. He can fill it up. He's taking the ball to the basket more than settling for threes. I think our junior, Dean Abdul, has done an amazing job defensively. We go to Amherst. He did a really good job on their two guards. He did a really good job on Tuesday night against Besaw, and hopefully tonight when he's on Compton, he can do a really good job. And then we got some younger guys stepping up. Brooks Good is another junior that had some experience last year. His older brother Nolan, and everyone knows Nolan, but Brooks, our basketball guy, he's had some games of 20. He single-handedly won us a game last Saturday night against Lakewood, had 17 in the second half. And then you have a sophomore, Sam Griffiths, who's 6'6", and kind of can clean up the board. So a lot of guys are playing well, but honestly, we have different guys step up. Preston Johnson has 18 points at Amherst, knocks down some threes. So guys are confident, they're playing well.
Taking on Elyria tonight, coming off a loss to Berea Mid-Park, so you both have that in common, that you lost to them in round one. Elyria, like you, 4-2 overall. I should say 4-2 in the SWC. Tell us about Brett's team.
Oh, they're good. They're always good. They're really athletic. I don't know if I've seen a team push as well as they do in transition. They're making passes up the floor and getting one dribble or no dribbles to layups. It's really impressive. We worked hard on that. Obviously, they got some really good scorers, and they got a new point guard junior transfer from Lutheran West. So he's really good. I've never played against them, so we'll see what he does. But he's quick, and we definitely got to get back on defense. And
again, they're coming off a loss to Berea Mid-Park 73-60, where I'm sure they probably felt wasn't their best effort of the season. Do you have to remind your guys of that when their team coming off a loss like that probably is even going to give you more, I shouldn't say more of an effort, but obviously there's, they've got a sense of urgency coming off a loss, maybe is a better way of putting it.
Yeah, we couldn't practice till late last night. We were in here about 9 o'clock last night, and that same conversation happened. My assistant coach, Jim Wallish, said, Coach Alaric, I'm sure, has been hard on them for 2 days, saying we got to respond well. We can't lose 2 in a row. And we know we're going to get their best effort and their best basketball game. Just hopefully we can match it and, exceed it.
How's the health of your team overall?
Yeah, we're good. I mean, we're missing a sophomore that we have for the last 11 games, Holden Krugman, but we're healthy. Wednesdays we kind of take it light, but then we hit it hard last night. But we're good, we're healthy, and we're ready to go.
Coach, finally, if you would, for our listeners and our viewers, tonight's starting 5 for Avon.
So I got senior Gavin Kittleberger, junior Dean Abdul, junior Joey Ziegler, junior Brooks Good, and sophomore Sam Griffiths.
Coach, as always, appreciate the time. Best of luck.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming out.
It's our pleasure. That's Mike Fitch, veteran head coach of Avon.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. This month, get 0% on all 2025 Ford F-150s, including Lightning, regular cabs, super cabs, and Super Duties, plus all Explorers and Escapes. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. We've helped thousands of people just like you match skills and experience with a career. We can help you train for a career that is in demand right now. You can even work in your field while taking classes. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
Lorain County has a story every day. Make sure you don't miss it. From breaking news and high school sports to schools, business, and community events, the Chronicle has it all. Stay connected to your neighbors and your home team with coverage that matters most to you. Don't just hear about Lorain County, know Lorain County. Subscribe today at chroniclet.com/subscribe and get the news that keeps you in the know. The Chronicle Telegram, Lorain County's largest newspaper.
I'm Mayor Kevin Brubaker, and I'm inviting you to rediscover Elyria. With new places to eat and shop, a revitalized historic downtown, expanded park facilities and programming, our community is once again on the move. Check out our award-winning schools, the new homes, and events and festivals for all ages all year long here in Elyria. Come be a part of the momentum. Visit cityofelyria.org and follow us on Facebook to see how we're building a stronger Elyria together.
About set for tip-off as they're going through the starting lineups. Elyria, the visiting team, they have the road black uniforms on, black jerseys, and they are trimmed in red and white. The Avon Eagles, home whites, white jerseys, white shorts, and they are trimmed in purple and gold. Our three officials for tonight, Tony Jordan, Dominic Flaviani, and Tim Reinhardt. And to, again, go over the starters in case you missed the interviews. Cam Bell for Elyria, 6'3" senior at 5.8 a game. Rondell Grimmett, 11.6 a game. Tink Shelton, a junior at 7.1 a game. Kendall Compton, 6'5" senior at 13 a game. And Seth Wilkerson, a 6'2" junior at 9.8 a game. For the Eagles of Avon, 6'1" senior Gavin Kittleberger, 9.5 points per game. Dean Abdul, a 6'5" junior at 3.8 a game. Joey Ziegler is their leading scorer, a 6'3" junior at nearly 16 points per contest. Brooks Good, a 6'4" junior at 11 a game. And Sam Griffiths, a 6'4" sophomore at 4.1 a game. Jared, my first opportunity to see Avon. I've seen Elyria a couple times. Any coach I talk to raves about this Avon team, and as I looked up and down their roster, they have two seniors on the roster. This is a good team, and they're going to be good for a while.
Length, depth, and shooting, and it was all on display Tuesday night in a win over Avon Lake. In a rivalry game, Michael Keefe and I were over here. Of course, on the other side of that coin, as you mentioned, Rob, the very talented, very athletic Elyria Pioneer team. And this one's one we've had circled in the calendar for quite some time. Glad we could get it to you in the format in which we wanted to get it to you the other night. We've gotten everything taken care of right now. Eric Frombach and company rolled out the red carpet for us here tonight and said, we'll do the heavy lifting, boys.
It's funny, the young guy that came up here that was their IT guy, I thought maybe he was a senior in high school.
Right.
He just was asking about an internship.
Now, and we'd be happy to have him, but I think he's on to bigger and better things.
My point is,
right.
I thought he was in high school. All right, Kendall Compton will jump against Dean Abdul, and we're underway from the nest at Avon, and the tip is controlled by the visitors of Elyria. Tink Shelton, the transfer from Lutheran West, starting point guard, 15-footer, got it. Shelton gives the Pioneers a 2-0 lead. Gavin Kittleberger into the forecourt for Avon. Bounce pass, man-to-man defense for the Pioneers, right back to Kittleberger. He's going to drive, put the shot up, no good, partially blocked by Grimmett. Flings it out to Shelton. Shelton outside the three-point line. Gets it in the corner for Cam Bell. Thought about a three, drives in. Glass rim, no. Rebound is going to be hauled in by Joey Ziegler. Nice job, Sam Griffiths. He got out there and altered that shot. Dean Abdul inside missed it, no foul called. And Grimmett will clear for Elyria. He'll fling it over to Tink. He'll take it and make it. Tink Shelton 2 for 2. That was a three. And Elyria leads 5-0 a minute in. Assistant coach Dan Gundard up giving instructions for his defense. Kittleberger with the basketball. And he'll go left side with it. And that's Brooks Good, younger brother of Nolan Good. He'll take a three, miss it. Rebound knocked back to Griffiths, misses the jumper. And Elyria has the rebound, and Kendall Compton got it from Rondell Grimmett. Kendall in between the circles. Kendall knocked off the ball. Griffiths got a steal. He's ahead of everybody, goes for the jam, and he got it. Sam Griffiths, now was he hanging on the rim, and is that going to be a tee? No, it's going to be offensive goaltending, I think. Tony Jordan coming over saying, no basket, offensive goaltending, but Brett Lyric wants to know why it's not a technical
foul. He wanted the technical foul. You're exactly right, and thought to himself, hey, you can't play one-on-one volleyball over there.
Boy, Sam Griffiths, you could tell his footwork was off on the way up. The approach wasn't what he needed it to be.
Started that launch a little bit too early.
With the basketball, Shelton, cross court, Kendall Compton gets it in the corner. Now right back, Wilkerson gets it to Compton. Compton in the corner to Cam Bell. Off a screen for Shelton. He's feeling it. He'll take it. He'll miss it. And a rebound hauled in by Dean Abdul for Avon. Over to Kittleberger. Kittleberger right back to Abdul, top of the circle. Hands it off to Kittleberger at the volleyball line. 5:40 to go first quarter. Avon down 5-0. Kittleberger trying to change that. Misses the shot. Dean Abdul with a push-off gets called for the offensive foul.
Boy, and this is very reminiscent of the game against Avon Lake Tuesday evening. Avon off to a very slow start. They were behind in that game, and at one point a 10-0 Avon Lake run, and forced Coach Fitch to call an early timeout. I don't know if he's that kind of emergency zone yet, but it could be coming.
Compton got it inside for Grimmett. Grimmett couldn't hang on to it. Gets it back, spins, put it up, got it. Rondell Grimmett, his first points. And Elyria leads by a touchdown, 7-0. And exactly what you said, Jared, there is the early timeout for Coach Fitch. It's a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here with 5:17 to go in the first quarter. It's a 7-0 lead for Elyria. What a start for the Pioneers.
That's what they want. Hot shooting out of the Pioneers as they are 3 of 5 from the field. One of those a three-point make. On the other side of that, you're looking at for the Avon Eagles, 0 of 7 to start this ball game. Again, less than 3 minutes in, they go to the timeout. But this is, again, what happened very close to the same scenario playing out. Tuesday night's victory over Avon Lake started in similar fashion. They needed to take a timeout to break up a run. Once they did it, they got off and going, and they didn't look back.
Tony Jordan having a conversation. Dominic Flaviani and Tim Reinhardt are the other officials. I think they were talking about that offensive goaltending
Yeah, it's
call.
still a big topic, I think. And,
interesting, though, that the two refs were talking over what they saw.
Well, you just want to make sure they get together and make that call, right, wrong, or otherwise. They at least talked about it. Brett Lyrical, he can win this game by 7 or 17 and still think that should have been a tee.
You know it. Coaches are coaches. Griffiths with the basketball. Cross court for Kittleberger. Kittleberger gets it on the left wing with it now. Joey Ziegler. Ziegler spinning inside the three-point line. Lost it. And it can get knocked away. It's out of bounds to who? It'll be Elyria basketball. Elyria coming off that loss Tuesday to Berea Mid-Park. Not surprised at all that they've got a real sense of urgency here to start this basketball game. You know Coach Lyric was on him in the last couple of days.
No, certainly. And, it just goes to show you the competition level at the top of this Southwestern Conference. And anybody can get anybody in terms of if you're in that group of people.
And also, Jared, when you play teams, this is a critical stretch for Elyria. They lost to Berea Mid-Park. Tonight, they've got the game with Avon. Tuesday, we've got the game on WEOL.com. They host Homestead Falls. A week from today, they go to North Ridgeville. Real crucial stretch. And when you lose the first game of that stretch, it makes tonight all the more important for Elyria. With the basketball, good top of the circle. Good looking. And he'll get it back to Kittleberger. Kittleberger just inside the foul line with a bounce pass. Beautifully done, but Abdul couldn't buy the basket. Now right there, they have a lid on the basket. They ran a good play, couldn't get it to go. Cam Bell reverse layup is good. Bell with his first two. Elyria leads 9-0 as we approach halfway through the first quarter. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul at the other end on the Pioneers.
Pioneer foul number 3. This is first.
Fouls on Seth Wilkerson. And we're going to send Jeremiah Daniels, second leading scorer. At a starter earlier this season, he comes in. And he'll replace Grimmett. 4:05 to go first quarter. Elyria up 9-0. On the inbounds, Griffiths gets it back out to Kittleberger. Kittleberger back inside to Good. Defender fell down. Good lays it in. Avon on the board. It's 9-2. Shelton out to Bell for three. Got it. And Bell for 5. Pioneers have made 2 threes, and they have their biggest lead of the night at 10.
Thanks to Pelt's handiwork on the camera, that's a 23-foot three-pointer that Pell just unleashed.
There you go. And there is a turnover. Pioneers have it. Daniels on the drive all the way to the hole, lays it in. What a start for Elyria. Up 14-2. Kittleberger breaks the press. They get it to Ziegler, but Ziegler couldn't hang on to it. Ziegler, I don't think he's had a shot attempt. Inside to Griffiths. This time he'll dunk it in. It's 14-4. Oh, he's 1 for 2 on dunks, Jared.
High percentage.
Daniels puts a turnaround and got it. Daniels off the bench for 4.
Easy to see why he's the second leading scorer coming off the bench. What that dunk did, though, got the Eagles' nest back into this one. They're all up on their feet. That's a pretty good-sized crowd.
Yes, it is. And they'll get into it as the game gets going. Ziegler with it. Ziegler in between the circles. He's guarded by Shelton. A shot partially blocked. Ziegler wanted a foul, didn't get it. Daniels with the basketball. Wide open 3. Takes it. Got it. Daniels with 7. And Mike Fitch can't wait. He takes another timeout. What a start for Elyria. This is a full timeout. We'll step aside as well. Pioneers by 15. You're watching the WEOL.com Game of the Week. It's on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube page.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we offer the greatest customer experience around, plus upfront, no haggle pricing and great deals. Right now, lease the 2025 GMC Sierra for just $339 a month. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. We've helped thousands of people just like you match skills and experience with a career. We can help you train for a career that is in demand right now. You can even work in your field while taking classes. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
I think Brett Larrick undersold it a little bit in our pregame interview. How much he was disappointed on Tuesday getting ready for tonight. I mean, he says, well, one game at a time, this, that, and the other. But I had a feeling that this might be bad timing for Avon. Now, it's been 5.5 minutes. Who knows what happens over the next 26.5. But still, what a start for Elyria High.
They've been impressive. And, for both these schools, you think about the week that was at this point, everybody was canceled on Wednesday. So regardless if you can have activities or not, it still upsets the routine.
Yep, no doubt about it. With the basketball falling down with it is Caden Clapham in for the first time. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Caden's dad, RC, is the JV coach. Of course, Caden was an integral part of the state championship football team. That's one noticeable thing, though, this year, Jared. Not as many football players on this basketball team for Avon as we've seen in years past.
A little bit of a different makeup. Coach Fitch discussed that with us on the wrap-up a couple weeks back, too.
Inside Compton, got the shot off, missed it, gets the rebound out to Tink Shelton. Shelton tried to whip it inside of Compton, threw it too far and out of bounds. Pioneer sub coming in is going to be Christian Rogers. He's in for Tink Shelton. Also, Ethan Rogers is in the game for the first time for Elyria. And Micah Jackson, the talented freshman, into the game. He's averaging nearly 10 a game off the bench. And with the basketball now is Trevor Sikora. And he was a bench player that Coach Larrick pointed out is a really good basketball player for Avon. They get it inside, the shot goes up and in by Ziegler. On a heck of a bounce pass by Caden Clapham. In the corner, Jackson, that freshman with a 3, and he got it. Micah Jackson, and it's 22-6 Elyria High with 1:15 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, just when Avon gets something going where they feel good about it, Elyria comes down and drills another 3. Pioneers 4 of 5 from beyond the arc with 1:12 left here in the first quarter.
And it's 4 different players. It's not like you can focus on one guy, Jared.
No, you're right. They've been doing a great job of trying to figure that out and making that share the wealth card.
First foul on Christian Rogers, second on the team. Laying it up, Sikora missed it. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Cam Bell hands it off to Daniels. Jeremiah Daniels working on Sikora. Jeremiah Daniels inside the foul line, 13-footer good. Boy, I like what I've seen from Daniels off the bench. He's got 9.
What a spark plug, and again, a guy that could start if you needed him to, but what a punch coming off of that bench, and just another move that Brett Larrick can make.
Sikora with the basketball.
You know, you think about it, you got 2 guys in double figures coming off the bench. A lot of teams don't have that luxury.
It's true. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Pioneers up 24-6. Sikora is going to be bumped, and the foul will go on Jeremiah Daniels. Sikora with it. Sikora gets it out to Caden Clapham. Clapham at the volleyball line. And this is the state volleyball champion, Avon Eagles, I might add. Clapham with it, under 10 seconds. Gets it out to Abdul. Takes a 3, well off. It's an air ball. Rebound Pioneers. They pass it ahead for Campbell. He'll take a 3 at the buzzer. No good. And after 1, it's Elyria 24, Avon 6. We're back with the second quarter after this on the WEOL.com Game of the Week on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube page.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. This month, get 0% on all 2025 Ford F-150s, including Lightning, regular cabs, super cabs, and Super Duties, plus all Explorers and Escapes. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me, when your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
What a first quarter as you see the Avon cheerleaders there performing in between quarters, and there's PD Pioneer, the all-new PD Pioneer that Gary Pelder has as the Elyria cheerleaders go to the side. What a first quarter for Elyria. They are up 24-6. They jumped on Avon 9-0, 12-2, and now they lead by 18 after 1. Now the good news of your Avon, you've got 3 quarters to come back, but boy, you've got an uphill battle against a really good basketball team.
And they sped Avon up in that first quarter. They really dictated the pace. That's something where I think Coach Fitch called that second timeout to say this could be really short in terms of how, we got to play for 32 minutes no matter what, but not going to be like this if you guys don't want to come back and try to get things situated in our end offensively, do what we want to do in our sets.
Bottom line, Jared, there's going to be a good basketball team that's 4-3 in the league after tonight, because both these teams are 4-2. Ball loose on the floor. Pioneers come up with it. They get it to Tink Shelton. Shelton goes cross court to Grimmett. He'll take a 3 and make it. How about 5 different Pioneers hitting 3s so far, and they have their biggest lead of the night at 21. Sikora will get it cross court to Clapham. Clapham jump stop in the lane, laid it in. 27-8. 7 minutes to go until halftime. Campbell scoops and scores. Jared, you mentioned it. Every time Avon does something, Elyria answers. And there's a steal by Grimmett. Grimmett coming in the other direction to Shelton for 3. No good, holding foul.
But they were going to get that for going off the top of the backboard there. Could be a break for Avon. They get the ball regardless, but
Joey Ziegler coming back in. Jared, he's been a focal point for Elyria defensively. Avon's got to find a way to get him going.
so that doesn't give Avon the ball with that holding foul correct now, so Elyria's got another chance to reload. This is tough, and you're right, Ziegler's got to be the guy for Avon to give them a spark somehow.
Daniels with it. Daniels fakes the three, keeps dribbling, puts it up. That one goes in. Jemiah Daniels with 11 to lead everybody. 31-8 Elyria. And we've got a foul, or just out of bounds, I guess. Our sight line right now, not the best. We got a couple fans standing, and nothing you can do about it, but that's what happens. Sikora throws it in the backcourt to Ziegler. Sikora, Ziegler, Sam Griffiths, Kittleberger, and Preston Johnson are on the floor for Avon. Ziegler puts up the shot short. Kittleberger with an offensive rebound. Saved it from going out of bounds, but he threw it to Cam Bell. Bell going the other way. Bell put it up. No, but he's fouled by Sikora.
Eagle foul on number 5 is first. And that was number 0.
Well, Cam Bell headed to the line now. Chance to put him up even more. He'll get to 2 shots, and you just think 31-8. I think both head coaches here know that a run's coming one way or another from the other team, but at what point do you make that run, and is it enough, and there's enough time? Maybe it becomes pretty mathematical here when you're down 24.
Yeah, I mean, and the way Elyria is playing defensively.
Right.
Bell makes them both. They lead by 25.
Because you're thinking to yourself, yeah, there could be a couple of runs. There could be some you know, you get back into the game a bit, but not a collapse. 25 points would be a collapse.
Yeah. Kittleberger with it. Baby steps. I think if you're Avon, you got to try to get this thing under 20 at halftime.
Win the quarter, something like
yeah,
that.
Right. Kittleberger with the basketball. Kittleberger on the three-point line gets it out to Sikora. Sikora whips it into Ziegler. Ziegler put it up. No, but he was fouled. Rondell Grimmett's first foul in the quarter. It's the first on the Pioneers. And Joey Ziegler is shooting 2. Makes it. Ziegler 72% on the year from the stripe. Just 3 points. He's averaging 15.8, nearly 4 rebounds, and 3 steals, 3.5 assists per game. Ziegler again, good again. Shelton in the backcourt. Now Avon putting some pressure on. They've got to try to force turnovers. That won't be easy, though, and it might play into Elyria's hands. Shelton missed a short shot. Rebound hauled in by Abdul. He'll get it to Sikora. Sikora across midcourt. Sikora gets it to Kittleberger. He thought about a long 3. Steady dribbles on the three-point line. Out to Sikora, to Ziegler. Grimmett all over Ziegler. Now they switch and Shelton has him. Ziegler gets it out to Sikora, left side 3. That's an air ball. No threes for Avon, 5 for Elyria. That 15-0 difference is huge in this game. Daniels inside and missed it, but he was fouled by Dean Abdul. But Jared, when I say they've made 5, it's not like they've taken a bunch, and when they've taken them, they're all, you know, in rhythm. It's not like they're, you know what I mean? They're taking them at the right time.
Yeah, they found a way to make it equitable for their team, and Daniel's still slow to get up. We're going to take a quick break here as well. See what happens on the other side. It is 33-10, 5:17 remaining here in the first half from Avon. Stick around. We'll be back in a moment.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. This month, get 0% on all 2025 Ford F-150s, including Lightning, regular cabs, super cabs, and Super Duties, plus all Explorers and Escapes. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Micah Johnson coming in. Also coming in is Christian Rogers off the bench. Jackson has 3. Rogers hasn't scored. And for Elyria, it will be Rogers to inbound. Rogers gets it to Micah Jackson, the freshman. Jackson back out to Grimmett. Grimmett into the lane, put it up, missed it. Offensive rebound, Wilkerson got it. Nicely done. Seth Wilkerson, his first points of the night. And delay a game warning on Elyria for touching the ball after it went through the basket. 35-10. It's like a bad Super Bowl score right now with 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, you don't want those square numbers either.
Yeah, 5 and 0 usually don't pay.
Yeah.
With his Kittleberger. Kittleberger goes cross court to Sam Griffiths. Over to Joey Ziegler. Gets it inside. Turnaround is up and good. Speaking of good, it was Brooks Good who made it. Avon cuts it to 35-12. Compton traveled. Walking into the shot.
Wow. He drilled it though too. So that's something that, you know, again, might get lost in a 35-12 lead, but the angle was there, the look was there.
Certainly was. Ziegler guarded by Rogers. Elyria has done a really good job on Joey Ziegler so far. They've done a really good job on all the Eagles offensively. Good. Brooks has it. The junior inside the foul line, put it up, no good. Rebound hauled in by Compton. He'll go cross court. The freshman jacks it up, missed it. Rebound Ziegler for Avon. 4:10 to go in the half. Pioneers up by 23. They have never trailed. They scored the first 9 points of the game and have never looked back. Kittleberger was fouled before the shot, so the shot doesn't go in. But it's been that kind of a night for Avon. Even when they do something right, like right there, the foul's called on Elyria before the shot takes it off the board.
Yeah, they get slowed down a little bit in terms of what they want to do, regroup, and it just takes them. It just seems like everything is hard fought for Avon. And a testament to Elyria. Give them credit for that.
Foul on Shelton, his second. Inbound. Knocked away, they'll do it again. But again, tonight ends round 1 of the SWC. Round 2 begins on Tuesday. And whoever loses this game at 4-3 is going to start that second half of the league play in desperation mode. That ball is stripped away by Ziegler, and he laid it in. Ziegler with 6, 35-14. Avon on a 4-0 run. Shelton with the basketball. Shelton back out to Compton. Compton at the foul line. Compton spinning, lost it out of bounds. Preston Johnson back in for Avon. Caden Clapham back in for Avon. Kittleberger takes the seat.
When we talked about a run, when that might happen for Avon, it could be right now. And maybe it's mini runs for Avon that gets him, back to thinking that, they've got some confidence and they can play with this Elyria team. Maybe you go up with, a 6-0 run, a 7-0 run, and then you have another one of those before the end of the half. And you're not right back in it, but you've got some confidence.
Right, and then you kind of survive that first half, see what you can get done at halftime. But Johnson stripped, stolen, and then he compounds the problem with a foul. But, Jared, I don't know if they're going to be able to survive this first half being down this much. It's really impressive what Elyria has done.
To a really good team, too, that has, you don't want to say their mirror image, but just, their 8-game winning streak, no real deficiencies that you're looking at either, and they found a way to pick them apart so far.
Kendall Compton put it up, and he got it. Compton smooth as silk right there. Jared, if my score sheet is right, those are the first points tonight for Kendall Compton. Think of that. They're up 37-14, and he has 2. And Daniels didn't start. That just speaks to the depth of this team. Griffiths is going to be fouled by Kendall Compton. His first.
If you're wondering about that, Avon has committed 14 fouls here this period, 3 for the Pioneers, so could be some free throws if Avon presses the issue a little bit more.
2:44 to go in the first half. Pioneers up 37-14, and we're going to get a whistle. Basket's good and a foul. And Trevor Sikora gets his first points of the night. Foul on Ethan Rogers, his second. Campbell will come off the bench. So they were outscored, Avon was, in the first quarter by 18. Second quarter to this point, they've been outscored by 3 with a free throw pending. Sikora at the line, 71% on the year, missed it. Rebound Compton. 2.5 to play in the first half. Compton leaves it for Johnson, but it's knocked away, stolen. Caden Clapham has it for Avon. And there's a kicking violation on Micah Jackson for Elyria. Kittleberger back in for Avon. Clapham comes out.
Jackson, just a freshman, a lot of length to him, as you can see. Gary Pelter getting a good angle there. He fills out a little bit more. Look out, anybody in Lorain County, and look out SWC.
Yeah, we saw him earlier this year. Really been impressed with him as a freshman. Good has the basketball. Baseline right, put it up and he got it. Brooks Good forced his way in. And they've cut it to 19. Other end quickly laying it up and in, Seth Wilkerson. He's got 4. 39-18 Elyria. Under 2 minutes to play in the half. Ziegler, three-pointer, no good, front rim. Rebound is going to be Micah Jackson for Elyria. And on the drive to the hoop, putting it up, no good, it was partially blocked. Missing that was Micah Jackson. And coming out of there with it is Kittleberger. Kittleberger put it up. That's going to be blocked by Wilkerson. Long outlet for Compton. He's going to go over Brooks Good, miss it. Rebound Wilkerson, got it. Wilkerson's one of those guys, he does a little bit of everything for him. 41-18, stolen by the Pioneers. Jackson over to Tink Shelton. Shelton right back to Jackson in the corner for Compton. Compton takes the 3 and he got it. Oh, what a nice run for Elyria after Avon was showing some signs of life. And Avon takes their third timeout of the first half with 1:03 to go. This is 8:30, Jared, so we'll keep it here. But when was the last time Avon took 3 timeouts in the first half?
Boy, I couldn't come up with that. It certainly didn't happen on Tuesday night, and having this been only the third time we've seen Avon this year. Yeah, Coach Fitch has not had to go to that bandolier of timeouts in that fashion this fast. But 44-18, what are you going to do? Because again, granted, only 1 minute and 3 left, but you got to think to yourself, close the period strong. Don't let Kendall Compton sink a 3 like that. When you're thinking, out of everybody on this crew, we might not have to worry about number 24 stepping back a 3 on us, and then it happens.
You cut it to 19. You're just starting to get your fans back into the game. And then back-to-back turnovers. And Elyria with unselfish play. That pass out to Compton for the 3 when the freshman Jackson could have taken the shot. To me, that was really impressive. 55 seconds to go in the first period. And then again, first half, Jackson with another steal. Kittleberger knocked it away. Who's it going to? Elyria. The freshman, Micah Jackson.
And again, those arms are long. It's a matter of time. We've talked about a freshman. He'll fill out a little bit more. Everything will work differently. He'll get bigger. He'll get stronger. But when you got length like that, and effort and a motor, makes all the difference.
It's a heck of a combination. And there he is at midcourt with the basketball. He's going to hand it off to Tink Shelton. Shelton with it. Shelton guarded by Sikora. 40 seconds to go first half. 44-18 Elyria. They get it over to Jackson. He'll fling it out to Compton by midcourt. Half a minute to play in the first half. Compton for 3, missed it. Rebound Sikora. Sikora with 20 seconds in the half. Sikora gets it out to Caden Clapham. Corner 3, got it. 10 seconds to go in the half. Elyria looking for the final shot. Shelton with 5. Shelton step back, top of the key 3, no good. Rebound Sikora, and that'll do it for the end of the half. One half in the books, our score. Elyria 44, Avon 21. We'll be back with the halftime show right after this timeout. You're watching the WEOL.com Game of the Week on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube page.
I'm Mayor Kevin Brubaker, and I'm inviting you to rediscover Elyria. With new places to eat and shop, a revitalized historic downtown, expanded park facilities and programming, our community is once again on the move. Check out our award-winning schools, the new homes, and events and festivals for all ages all year long here in Elyria. Come be a part of the momentum. Visit cityofelyria.org and follow us on Facebook to see how we're building a stronger Elyria together.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we offer the greatest customer experience around, plus upfront, no haggle pricing and great deals. Right now, lease the 2025 GMC Sierra for just $339 a month. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Lorain Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. This month, get 0% on all 2025 Ford F-150s, including Lightning, regular cabs, super cabs, and Super Duties, plus all Explorers and Escapes. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
There you get a look at the Avon dance team performing here at halftime. And the Elyria Pioneers, boy, today perform in the first half. They lead it 44-21. Ron Polinsky, Jared Kozar. Live from the Eagle Nest, Gary Pelder doing the camera work tonight. Elyria jumped out 9-0 and 12-2 en route to a 24-6 lead after one quarter. They would outscore Avon 20-15 in the second quarter, take their halftime lead at 23 at 44-21. Individually for the Pioneers, Cam Bell has 9, Rondell Grimmett with 5, Tink Shelton with 5, Kendall Compton with 5, Seth Wilkerson with 6, 30 points from the starting 5. Off the bench, Jemiah Daniels leads the Pioneers with 11. And Micah Jackson has 3, 14 off the bench, 30 for the starters, gives Elyria their total of 44. Seeing action off the bench and not scoring, Kristen Rogers and Ethan Rogers. For Avon, Joey Ziegler, who's averaging almost 16 a game, had 6. And he's the leading scorer along with Brooks Good. Good with 6. But combined, they're averaging 27 a game. In the first half, they have 12. Sam Griffiths with 2, 14 from the starting 5. Starting and not scoring was Dean Abdul and Gavin Kittleberger. Off the bench, Caden Clapham with 5, Trevor Sikora with 2. 7 off the bench, 14 for the starters, gives Avon a total of 21. Seeing action off the bench and not scoring was Preston Johnson. So it all adds up to a 44-21 Elyria lead, and Avon won the JV game 57-39. Avon also won the freshman game a little earlier, and we want to thank our sponsors that bring you high school basketball all through the basketball season on the WEOL.com and the Chronicle Telegram's YouTube channel. Those sponsors include Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, Lorain County Community College, LMRE, the Lorain Medina Rural Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy partner, the City of Elyria, and EcoTree Services. Thanks to each and every one of those sponsors for making our broadcast possible. Tomorrow afternoon, another WEOL.com Chronicle Telegram YouTube page game. And it'll be girls basketball. It'll be my first girls basketball game of the year, as round 2 is underway in the SWC for the girls. And it'll be Midview looking for a season sweep. Amherst trying to even up that series at a game apiece when Amherst travels to Midview. And we should tip that off tomorrow right around 12:30, and I would think we'll get underway somewhere around noon. It's an 11 a.m. JV game, so Jared, after you guys get out of the Saturday morning sports wrap-up show, the Nick Abraham Saturday morning sports wrap-up show, you'll make the short jaunt down to Eaton Township, and we'll have Amherst and Midview.
Yeah, have some time right after I bid adieu to Ron Yantz and send him on his way. We'll meet you over there. Pelt, the same power trio, getting after it tomorrow over at Midview, and we'll say hi to our buddy Dave Zavara and Brittany McNamara-Cole, who quickly becoming, one of the more veteran coaches when you think about that. Still young, but she's seen a lot in her time. Oddly enough, I think Dave worked with her in the year that he was out of coaching.
Okay.
I think he did a couple things over there, and then she said, thanks, I think I know how to hit the early bird special now. So he taught her all he could, is what I'm saying in that brief time. But no, they're good pals. That's going to be a fun matchup tomorrow over there at Midview. Speaking of other games going around before we get to the team stats, SWC play at the half is Olmsted Falls leading North Ridgeville 33-23 at the intermission. End of one, Amherst with a 4-point lead over Midview 20-16. Avon Lake and Berea Mid-Park locked up in a good one over there just about a half mile down the road. Well, maybe more than a half, but we'll give it a half. 31-29, Berea Mid-Park with a slight edge at the intermission. Lorain County League scores at the half. Brookside leading Columbia over at Columbia 30-24. And it is Clearview making the trip to Black River, trailing at the half 25-23, Clippers and Pirates. Here statistically in the first half for Avon, 9 of 27 from the field, 33% so far, just 1 of 7 from distance. We talked about that being a very big difference between these two teams in this contest to this point. 2 of 3 at the line, 9 rebounds, 7 turnovers throughout the first 16 minutes of play for the Avon Eagles. Again, finding themselves in that 44-21 hole here at the break. For the Elyria Pioneers, scoring came early, often, and in an avalanche. No pun intended with the weather. But they were 18 of 29 from the field in the first half, so just over 60%. Impressive. 6 of 11 from distance. 2 of 2 at the line, 15 rebounds. Doing a good job getting second chance opportunities, second looks at the bucket were the Pioneers in that first half. 7 turnovers. That sounds like a big number. Elyria plays at a speed that a lot of people aren't accustomed to, so you're going to have a few more turnovers here and there, especially I think when you get out there with a full head of steam and maybe trying to lead one of those charges. You turn the ball over just waiting for numbers. So those are not as glaring as you might think.
Definitely not as glaring when you're up 44-21.
That too.
You can live with that. No doubt about it. All right, so we have a 44-21 halftime lead. I think we'll take a timeout. We come back, we should have second half action. Elyria and Avon right after this on the WEOL.com Chronicle Telegram YouTube page Game of the Week.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we offer the greatest customer experience around, plus upfront, no haggle pricing and great deals. Right now, lease the 2025 GMC Sierra for just $339 a month. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Are you undecided about your future and overwhelmed by the options? Well, don't worry, you're not alone. Lorain County Community College has helped thousands of students just like you find their future career. From short-term training programs to transfer options all the way to bachelor degrees, our programs are designed to set you up for future success. Lorain County Community College, your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. This month, get 0% on all 2025 Ford F-150s, including Lightning, regular cabs, super cabs, and Super Duties, plus all Explorers and Escapes. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Second half just getting underway. Elyria with the first possession. And with the basketball is Tink Shelton. Shelton on the dribble drive. And he'll get it to Kendall Compton. And Compton travels for the second time tonight. Compton, Shelton, Wilkerson, Grimmett, and Campbell. Original starting 5 on the floor for Elyria. They're going to press. Good, Ziegler, Kitzelberger, Abdul, and Griffiths are on the floor for Avon. Both teams with the original starters to begin the second half. Kitzelberger, one of 2 Avon starters not to score, along with Dean Abdul. Griffiths hands it off to Kitzelberger. Kitzelberger put it up. No, we're going to get a whistle and a foul.
The Elyria fans are thinking to themselves that there was quite a bit of contact in the backcourt as that play was developing.
No doubt about it. Jared, since I got home, I know you make fun of me here, but I just finished reading a book. Kitzelberger puts the free throw up and it's good. No, it's not the first book I've ever read, but
were there pictures and how many crayons?
It's the most recent book.
Okay.
It was an easy page turner, but it was written by a buddy of mine that's an official. It was called Official's Tales, and I know we had him on the wrap-up show, but Don Nardecchia.
Yeah,
he's
a great guest.
Yeah, so just reading that gave me a little different perspective, and enjoyed reading it very much. Shelton gets it out to Compton. Compton for 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound hauled in by Joey Ziegler. Ziegler into the forecourt. Ziegler with the basketball. Ziegler put it in. And Avon needs a whole lot more of that. What a 4-0 run for the Eagles to start the third. Grimmett misses the shot. Rebound Shelton missed it. Rebound Griffiths. Still lost it. And Wilkerson has it. And he's going to be fouled by Kitzelberger. Boy, good effort by Tink Shelton not to give up on that play.
Shelton really does a lot for them. Maybe not the most prolific scorer, but he's taken on that defensive assignment a lot on Ziegler, who everybody knows is Avon's most productive offensive player, and really just pushes the ball for Elyria. He's the pulse of what they do.
And on the inbound shot goes up, no, but we're going to get a foul.
Avon foul on number 21 is first.
Foul is on Ziegler is first.
Number 2 for the Eagles.
But point being, the 3 officials that wrote the book, Jim Borger, Rick Hall, and Don Nardecchia, 3 of them were a 3-man crew for a long time between football and basketball. Just a lot of good stories, a lot of good reads, people that you and I would both know. Interesting stories about where they went, how things went. And it was just a good read.
Did Mr. Nardecchia provide you with just an 8-pack of crayons for that, or was it the whole 64 box?
There you go. Inside, Griffiths lays it in. Griffiths with 4, 45-27. And they get it ahead to Wilkerson, and Wilkerson kicks it out. Grimmett had an open 3, didn't take it. And now Grimmett inside the 3-point line, got the Tink Shelton. Shelton over to Campbell. And Bell right back in the corner to Grimmett. Grimmett lays it up and in. Grimmett with 8, 47-27. Elyria's lead is back to 20. They led by 23 at half. Ziegler has it. Ziegler at the foul line. Ziegler spinning in the lane. His pass is knocked away and stolen by Wilkerson. Wilkerson puts it up and in. Wilkerson with 8. Pioneers by 22. Good has it. Good over Campbell. Got it. They quickly go to Compton. Compton left side 3. Got it. But Jared, again, you mentioned this in the first half. Elyria, yeah, they're giving up some points here and there, but they're speeding up Avon, and that's to Elyria's advantage. Kitzelberger inside. No, and he's fouled.
speeding up Avon. And again, the other flip side of that I mentioned in the first half and would go back to is that Avon will get a bucket and they'll get something you feel good about, and then Elyria comes back and then buries a three right there. So you're thinking to yourself, hey, we're going to cut into this. Like we talked about, maybe small runs, win the quarter, do some things that are positive. But then a 3-point field goal by Compton like that, you're just thinking to yourself, what do we got to do?
Yeah.
How do we slow him down?
Kittleberger with the free throw. He's got 3 in the game, all in this quarter. Caden Clapham returns for Sam Griffiths. Avon's been playing without one of their starters, Caden Krugman, who was out with a injury, and they're hoping to get him back. And one of their starters that's been out since early in this season, broken bone in his arm. So they're playing without a starter, Jared, and they still are playing as well as they are before tonight. Grimmett puts it up and in. Grimmett with 9. 54-31, Pioneers by 23. Kittleberger, they break the press, puts it up, and he got it. .5:15 to go in the third. Shelton with it. Shelton hands it off to Kendall Compton. Compton will go back to Shelton. It gets it to Cam Bell. Bell left side to Compton. Compton on the three-point line. Compton guarded by Dean Abdul. Dean Abdul dove for it, went for it, but it's out of bounds to Elyria. So Mike Fitch applauding the effort of his defense.
Yeah, he's got to get out there and challenge Compton there. Abdul, one of the few Avon guys that's going to have the same kind of body mold and length that Compton features. So that's a good matchup to watch.
Shelton with the basketball midcourt. Caden Clapham on him. Shelton at the foul line, extended to Wilkerson. Wilkerson over Caden, got it. Well, that's a good, strong move to the basket. Wilkerson with 10. And Elyria stays in control up by 23. Brooks good. Over Campbell, missed it, got it, missed it, tipped it, missed it. Rebound Campbell. Bell double team, Ziegler on him, and he threw it off of a Avon Eagle. It'll be out of bounds to Elyria.
When you're talking about that last possession, Wilkerson kind of knowing what you can get away with in terms of moves to the hoop there. He lowered the shoulder, didn't bowl over his defender, just really worked out what's going on. And give the officiating staff credit. They've let him play for the most part, I think.
Sometimes when you lower that shoulder, it can be an offensive foul. Abdul, they steal it to Sikora, lays it in. Trevor Sikora off the bench with 4. And it's 56-35. This was a game where Elyria just has never, at least to this point, they just haven't let Avon get into this basketball game.
No, you think that Avon actually started out the third quarter playing pretty well. And not that they're playing poorly right now, but just the mountain is high to climb, and a 21-point lead still in their face with a 4:08 left to play here in that third quarter. It's just you're going uphill. You can't cut it into the lead.
Grimmett on the inbound misses it. Clapham clears for Avon. Sometimes it's just not your night, and right now it's not Avon's. But a big part of that is Elyria. Kittleberger has it stolen by Shelton. Shelton all the way, had it blocked by Abdul. Shot goes up by Rogers, no good. And coming out of there is Abdul, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul on the Pioneers, on Wilkerson. He'll be the first Pioneer to have 3 fouls. 3:47 to go in the third quarter. Pioneers up by 21. Jared, maybe they're inspired by their new mascot, the all-new Petey Pioneer down there on the baseline.
New Petey the Pioneer looking resplendent in his gear. That hat, the coonskin cap, I think that's one that you're thinking is pretty comfortable on a night like tonight.
It's a good look, and it's practical this time of year.
Right.
With the basketball, Sikora, and he'll be fouled. Foul on Christian Rogers, or Ethan Rogers, I'm sorry. That's his third. Pioneers have committed 4. Cam Bell's going to check in with 3:34 to go in the third. He's in for Ethan Rogers. Sikora, top of the key, around Grimmett to the hole, laid it up, too strong. Rebound Abdul, got it to Clapham. Cross court, Preston Johnson, he's fouled.
That'll be 5 team fouls for Elyria. That was going to be a shooting foul no matter what, but 3:24 left. This is a opportunity, I think, if you're Avon, to say, when we talked about it, get back into the game by, small runs and trying to win that quarter. This is a way you can do it. Just get to the line.
You've got to take advantage of it, Jared. They have to know the situation, get to the free throw line, and then make your free throws. Preston Johnson, 88% on the year. Line right, Preston, got it. That's his first point of the night. Young man averages nearly 7 a game. He's a 6'2 junior. Special thanks to Eric Frombach and his staff here at Avon for having us. Always do a terrific job, and so good to see him. Pioneers take a 30-second timeout. Their first timeout of this basketball game. 3:24 to go in the third. Pioneers lead by 19.
Yeah, I think that timeout comes courtesy of the lead's under 20. We're in the penalty now. You play defense, do what you got to do, but don't necessarily fret about certain circumstances where we're at. Maybe if you think it's a low percentage shot that Avon might take, you don't have to contest it as much. We're okay with this lead right now. And, just sometimes when you see the lead dip under 20, it's just a reset.
And you don't want to get sloppy.
Nope.
I mean, Elyria's got a rematch with Olmsted Falls on Tuesday at home. We'll have it on WEOL.com. That should be a great game.
And worth mentioning that we haven't seen Daniels come back into the game since leaving in that second quarter. So that's another thing I think you want to say, hey, let's try to finish this for our teammate that we think we can get back. We hope we can get back. Came off the floor in his own power. But, maybe in a game like today, they don't think they need him back right now.
Grimmett gets it out to Jackson for 3 off the rim. Offensive rebound, Compton, no. Got his rebound, no. Tipped it back up, yes. Compton tips it in. Compton with 5 in each half. He's got 10. 58-37 Pioneers, under 3 to go in the third. And there's a steal. Boy, how many steals does Elyria have tonight? Tink Shelton lays it up, no, but he's fouled. They have a ton of them. And we don't keep track of individual steals, but keep track of turnovers. But sometimes the turnovers are you throw it out of bounds, you travel, you double dribble, whatever. But
these are intercepted
tonight,
passes.
These are intercepted passes.
Yep. Yeah, 7 in the first half, and then 3 so far here in the third quarter.
Tink Shelton line left. Tink scored the first 5 points of this game, Jared. And I thought his play just kind of set the tone right away.
And there's a guy that, they've been without a couple times throughout this season. And, well, it's just a different Elyria Pioneer basketball team when he's running the show.
Shelton again. Good again. Tink with 7. Those are his first points since it was 5-0. He scored the first 5 points of this contest. 2:40 remaining in the third. All Elyria. Sikora with the basketball. Sikora, nice pass for Ziegler inside, laid it in. Ziegler with a dozen. 60-39. And Sikora had a steal, but he stepped out of bounds. That'll be a little frustration here for Avon. I think, again, Brett Lyrick wants to know why no technical foul, because Sikora dunked the ball well after they whistled him out of bounds. That might just be one of those 60-39 deals. Grimmett in the corner, put it up, and he got it. Rondell Grimmett. Elyria has made 8 threes tonight. Avon has made 1. Dean Abdul with the basketball. Abdul put it up, yes, and a foul. For Dean Abdul, those are his first points of the night.
Not much that Rondell Grimmett could do there. Just Abdul, pretty big inside, was able to get position and get a chance for a 3-point opportunity. not many holes in Rondell Grimmett's game, and certainly his defensive effort was there, just facing a bigger man.
And Dean Abdul to toe the free throw line. Puts it up, and he missed it long. Got his own rebound, though. His pass back for Sikora. Sikora with it. Sikora picks up his dribble, gets it to Kittleberger. Kittleberger lost it. Grimmett has it. Grimmett into the forecourt. Grimmett to Campbell. Thought about it, didn't. Grimmett wide open, missed it. Rebound Clapham. Minute 35 to go in the third. 22-point Pioneer lead. Sikora finds Johnson. Johnson top of the key three. Rim no. Abdul had it, lost it. Out to Campbell. Bell lays it up and in. Bell with 11. 65-41. We're approaching 1 minute to go in the third. Sikora blows by everybody and lays it in. I don't think Brett Larrick's going to like that defensive effort there. But his team leads by 22. Sometimes you nitpick a little bit. Compton got it out to Jackson, the freshman. Guarded by Preston Johnson. Blows by him, fouled by Johnson. No basket. Foul before the, oh no, they're saying the basket is
Basket good, yeah.
Wow. Tony Jordan gives him the basket. Micah Jackson with 5. The more I see Micah Jackson, the more I like him. And the more the SWC isn't going to like him. He's going to be around 3 years after this.
Yeah, there's a lot to like about that skill set. And, again, just you look at him out there, too. Not even what you see athletically. He's smart. Looks at the clock, looks to the bench, tries to find ways to get other people involved.
Doesn't force anything.
No.
Rebound on the missed free throw to Good. Compton stole it. Compton then lost it out of bounds. 35 seconds to go in the third.
Brett Larrick would tell you, if he was up here, he's had guys in the program for 4 years that don't look to him for advice on the bench, don't look at the clock, don't look for their teammates. You get a guy that's just a freshman, it's impressive.
Well, I agree with you. He has a presence that's much beyond his freshman year. Sikora with it. Sikora into the forecourt. Sikora in between the circles. Sikora with 20 seconds to go in the corner, got it in. Sikora, 6 of his 8 here in this quarter. 12 seconds to go in the third. Compton with the basketball. Elyria by 22. Compton, 4 seconds. 3, step back 3, off the rim, no. We played 3 quarters. Elyria 67, Avon 45. Back with the fourth quarter after this on the WEOL.com Chronicle Telegram YouTube page, Game of the Week.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we offer the greatest customer experience around, plus upfront, no haggle pricing and great deals. Right now, lease the 2025 GMC Sierra for just $339 a month. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Jared, you just played the commercial for LMRE. I went and saw Holly Storrow a little earlier today. Of course, she's the communications specialist with LMRE and longtime supporter of WEOL and now WEOL.com and the Chronicle Telegram YouTube page. I was going through some old things and I found a Wellington State softball scorecard, which Holly Storrow was a sophomore on that team. And I've been going through, and you know how I like to pitch things. Well, when I saw her name on it, I said, Rob, you got to give that to Holly.
It's amazing you still have that.
It is scary, and I don't know what I was, but why that one didn't get pitched and everything else did. But Holly was funny. And I said, Holly, was that a year or two ago? And she said, I wish. But her sophomore year, Wellington made it to state. Coach Tom Roth. They had that Reaney girl that went to Ohio State, played softball for the Buckeyes, and brought back some memories and had a fun conversation.
Well, that's a nice story and a good memory, as you mentioned.
I just thought since you played the commercial, it kind of fit.
It certainly did fit. I didn't do it on purpose, but I'm glad that it transpired that way. But, you look back to how exciting that was in terms of, that time in Lorain County softball.
Exactly. Free throw is good. The funny thing is, too, Jared, I said, did you guys win that game? Because I honestly couldn't remember. And she said, oh, yeah, knew the score, knew they won, knew they got beat the next game, whoever beat them. She knew all of it. So it was good to see Holly this afternoon and thanked her for her sponsorship of our games on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube page. 67-47, Elyria by 20. 7.5 minutes to go in the game. Grimmett with a basketball, lays it in. Rondell Grimmett had a clear path in the basket. He took it. He's got 10 of his 15 this half. Avon actually outscored Elyria 24-23 in that third quarter, but it's too little too late. Grimmett with the steal. Two-hand flush is good. Kendall Compton with the steal and the basket. He's got a dozen. Elyria by 24. Pioneers taking on Olmsted Falls Tuesday. We'll have it for you. Kittleberger puts the shot up, no, but he's fouled by Wilkerson. And Avon, they're going to have to regroup after tonight. Jared, it's not going to be easy for them either. They're home to North of Ridgeville, then they're at Olmsted Falls Friday.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough week for both schools, but, I think maybe Mike Fitch says, hey, you guys are having your way with us tonight. Could you soften Falls up for us next week, at least on Tuesday? Sometimes the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and I'll figure it out that way.
Sometimes it's also when do you play somebody. Kittleberger puts it out. I thought from the very beginning, not that I thought this would be a 20-point game, that'll be much closer, but I like the timing of tonight's game for Elyria. Having lost to Berea Mid-Park Tuesday, Avon on an 8-game winning streak. Looking at the opponents Avon played during that 8-game winning streak, they had some non-conference games they should have won, and they did. They played some teams in the league play that they should have won, and they did. And I thought the timing of this tonight might be in Illyria's favor, and to this point it has. Abdul has it. Abdul lays it in, or Abdul slams it home. 71-51. Pioneers by 20. But still, give credit to the Pioneers. You can think that all you want. They're the ones that came out here and executed it tonight.
All right, you still got to get off the bus and perform. And again, a different week, I think, for everybody in Lorain County.
Grimmett puts it up, no good. Compton tipped the rebound, but it's to Avon. And that's a good point too, Jared. How do you handle adversity? Now, Avon didn't have school yesterday because of the weather. They already had today scheduled off, where Elyria wasn't in school yesterday, but they were in school today. And Brett Larrick thought that was important, that his kids were in school today. He saw everybody, and he thought that was important. Foul on the floor. And Mike Fitch, who's been frustrated all night long.
This might be a pick your battle situation, I think, if you're Mike Fitch.
So they're going to take that basket away. That's why he's frustrated. Foul before the shot. There's a three by Sikora. It's an air ball. And it's Elyria to inbound. Like Tony Jordan just let Mike Fitch chew on him quite a bit. And when he put his whistle back in his mouth, I thought it was to blow it. It wasn't. 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Pioneers up by 20. They led by 18 after one. It's never been a game since then. Grimmett out to Campbell, threw it away.
I think there might be something to that. Tony's been at this a while. It's a pretty veteran crew out there, and I think maybe he thought to himself, a 20-point game, and your kids are still playing. It's not like you've lost that going on. I'll give this guy a little bit more, because I think if the kids were checked out, it'd be different.
Right. Tim Reinhardt, Dominic Flaviani, the other officials. Kittleberger got it to Sikora. Sikora keeps playing, put it up, no good. Rebound, Grimmett. Long outlet for Compton. Compton, breakaway dunk. Compton with a basket. They lead by 22. 73-51. Dean Abdul laying it up, but missed it. Rebound, good. Got it, and he's fouled.
Number 22, Brooks, good. His basket was good. And Brooks is going to the free throw line, one shot for number 22.
So, if you look at Brett Larrick out there on the opposing coaching box, again, the lead at 20 doesn't matter. He's still coaching as if this was a nothing game. Kind of explaining to Compton about what his responsibilities are defensively, and now that they're in a hole, at least perceived hole.
I think coaches are always thinking about that next play, next game type of thing, right? Where they can't just think about the win tonight. They know their habits are going to have something to do with how they play. And we're going to get a timeout for Elyria. This is a full timeout. So the Pioneers take a timeout, 4:45 to go. Elyria by 20 on the WEOL.com Chronicle Telegram YouTube page, Game of the Week.
I'm Mayor Kevin Brubaker, asking you to rediscover Elyria. With new places to eat and shop, a revitalized historic downtown, expanded park facilities and programming, our community is once again on the move. Check out our award-winning schools, the new homes, and events and festivals for all ages all year long here in Elyria. Come be a part of the momentum. Visit cityofelyria.org and follow us on Facebook to see how we're building a stronger Elyria together.
4:45 to go. We're live at the Nest. Rob Polinsky, Jared Kozar, Gary Pelder. Elyria 73, Avon 53. It was Elyria 24-6 after one, if you're just joining us. And Avon has never been able to work their way back into it, in large part because the Elyria Pioneers have not let them work their way back into it. Elyria got the first 9 points, and they led 12-2, and before you knew it, it was 24-6, and then before you knew it, it was 35-10, and Elyria was well on their way. A very impressive performance.
Got a final to pass along. It was Brookside down in Columbia, 66-59.
So the Babbitt's Bowl round 2 goes to Brookside. They're playing good basketball. Campbell puts it in. 75-53, 4:20 to go. We'll be at Brookside next Friday night when they host Oberlin. Dean Abdul lays it in. You and I will most definitely be there. Grimmett with the basketball. Step back three, put it up, no good. Rebound, Dean Abdul. Halfway through the fourth quarter. Abdul, pass to Preston Johnson, guarded closely by Micah Jackson. To Ziegler, Tink Shelton all over him. How about the job that Shelton and Grimmett have done on Ziegler? Shelton with a pass that Abdul steals. Pioneers by 20. Ziegler, no, but he's fouled by Kendall Compton. Stops the clock with 3:36. Danny Gundert, former Wellington head coach, one of Brett Larrick's key assistants. Sitting next to him, good to visit with Dan before the game. Free throw up and in by Ziegler. Ziegler with 11, and he has earned them.
Yeah, rough night for him. Again, leading scorer for the Avon Eagles. And
made them both.
Hasn't materialized the way that he wanted this evening.
No, and when the game was in doubt, they really put the clamps on him, and there's going to be a travel on Campbell in the backcourt against the press. Inbounding will be Preston Johnson. Gets it in the backcourt to Luke Fox, who comes in for the first time. Luke's a 6-foot junior. Luke will get it over here to Shane Carty, who came into the game for the first time. Carty, a 6'2 senior, put it up and in, a 3-ball. Carty makes it 75-60. They've cut it to 15?
Yeah, 15, and again, that's their first 3 make of this second half.
Micah Jackson was on the end line. That's out of bounds to Avon. Don't look down, but it's a 15-point game with 3:06 to go.
And Elyria has got the 5 team fouls, so penalty situation for Avon, the remaining 3:06.
No team fouls on Avon.
That might have to change.
And I'm sure the Elyria fans see that on the scoreboard. Fox with the basketball, gets it on the right wing to Ziegler. Under 3 minutes to go, Pioneers by 15. Ziegler has it. Ziegler on the baseline, shot goes up. Shelton knocked it out of bounds off Ziegler, and it'll be Elyria basketball, and Mike Fitch again pleading. Inbound, Tink Shelton. Avon, 1-2-2 press. Campbell stops before half court, gets it across the timeline with a pass to Tink. In the corner to Jackson, right back to Shelton. Shelton, out to Campbell, wide open 3, he'll take it. Rims it out, rebound, Micah Jackson, offensive rebound, Elyria. To Shelton, nice pass for Campbell, but it's out of bounds. He let him just a little too much.
And again, sometimes with the big lead, it's a little easier to make that mistake or less repercussions. But I don't think Brett Lyric views it that way.
Don't either, especially this was a 22-point lead after 3, and now it's down to 15. There's a backdoor cut, and they try to get the Fox. The ball was inadvertently kicked. It'll be Avon basketball. Carty tried to get it to Fox. Give Avon credit for not laying down, but doesn't take away from this Pioneer 4-quarter effort, in my mind. Ziegler with it. Ziegler spinning. Shelton there defensively. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul on Tink.
And,
second.
Granted, a minute's almost come off the clock since we last had a scoring update at 75-60. But if Ziegler can hit this and, no clock moving, you knock it down to a 13-point game, you're not out of the woods.
We have seen stranger things. Not often, but we have. It's a 14-point lead as Ziegler hits it. 2:12 remaining. The Avon press has bothered Elyria a little bit more in the fourth quarter than I thought it would. 75-62. And Mike Fitch has run it out of necessity. He can't just let the Pioneers bring the ball up. 13-point lead. Campbell has Abdul on him. Pass gets through to Wilkerson. Kicks it out. Compton for 3. Got it. Kendall Compton makes him pay. That's his third 3 of the night. And the Pioneers lead by 16 with under 2 to play.
And a couple of breakaway dunks and a 3-point field goal there. That might be the signature for Kendall Compton this evening.
Right, and that might be the nail in the coffin. With the basketball, Johnson lays it in. Preston Johnson has 6. His first field goal after making 4 free throws. 90 seconds to play. Pioneers by 14. Bell to Wilkerson. Wilkerson steps it back out. And Avon's going to sub here when they can. Bell gets it to Shelton, and he's going to be fouled by Shane Carty. And I think that foul was called by Mike Fitch, so he gets subs into the game. Coming in, Caden Krugman. Also into the basketball game is a freshman, Carson Wozlowski. I gotta love that guy. Kyle Partridge comes in, and Luke Fox.
Student section seemed to like some of those personnel moves.
Oh, yeah. You're always popular in the student section when you're one of the guys that comes in off the end of the bench. Pioneers looking to bring some subs in as well. Compton was fouled. That'll be his second. So 5 new Pioneers come in.
Good luck.
Well, I started it that way for a reason, Jared. 5 new Pioneers come into the game, including Christian Rogers, Isaiah Hill, Eris Malone, Mike Lawrence, and the other one is Khalil Washington. Khalil Washington with the ball, puts a 3-ball up, air ball, out of bounds. Avon possession, under 45 seconds to go. Pioneers up 78-64. Inbound to Shane Carty. Carty across the midcourt line. Carty into the forecourt. Carty gets it on the left wing to Wazlowski. Wazlowski hands it off to Kyle Partridge. Partridge got it to Luke Fox. Back outside, Wazlowski drives the lane, put it up, no good. Tipped up, no good. Rebound, Eris Malone for Elyria. He'll get it to Christian Rogers, and he'll get it across midcourt. I don't think coach wants him to shoot. 10 seconds to play. Pioneers up 78-64. And they'll dribble it out, and that'll do it. As Elyria wins it by a score of 78-64. With the win, the Pioneers go to 10-3 overall. They finished the first half of the SWC at 5-2, and maybe most impressively, on the year, they are now 5-1 on the road. Avon, 8-game winning streak comes to an end. They dropped to 9-3, and they're 4-3 after round 1 of league play. So round 1 goes to Elyria as they win it 78-64 in a game that truly wasn't that close. That final score really doesn't tell you how much Elyria kind of dominated this basketball game tonight. But they'll meet again late in the regular season in round 2, and who knows, that one could mean a lot, but a lot will have to do with what happens to Berea Mid-Park and Olmsted Falls and some other SWC teams in the second half of the season. But again, our final score, it was Elyria 78 and Avon 64. We'll have a timeout here, and then when we come back, we'll get you the individual scoring by quarters. Jared will take a look at some stats. We'll also give you the out-of-town scoreboard and update you on anything we can. But the WEOL.com game of the week on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. Final score, Elyria 78, Avon 64. Back with more after this.
At Nick Abraham Buick GMC, we offer the greatest customer experience around, plus upfront, no haggle pricing and great deals. Right now, lease the 2025 GMC Sierra for just $339 a month. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. We've helped thousands of people just like you match skills and experience with a career. We can help you train for a career that is in demand right now. You can even work in your field while taking classes. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
I'm Mayor Kevin Brubaker, and I'm inviting you to rediscover Elyria. With new places to eat and shop, a revitalized historic downtown, expanded park facilities and programming, our community is once again on the move. Check out our award-winning schools, the new homes and events and festivals for all ages all year long here in Elyria. Come be a part of the momentum. Visit cityofelyria.org and follow us on Facebook to see how we're building a stronger Elyria together.
At Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, we make it that easy. This month, get 0% on all 2025 Ford F-150s, including Lightning, regular cabs, super cabs, and Super Duties, plus all Explorers and Escapes. Stop in or shop us at buyabraham.com.
And there you get a look at some of the crowd that still hasn't filed out. Where they had a big crowd here tonight. It was not capacity, but there were not a lot of empty seats. I looked across the way at that Avon home part, and here on our Elyria side, not a lot either. A lot of interest in this one, and the Pioneers came out clicking on all 8 cylinders, and they win at 78-64. Elyria jumped on them in the first quarter, 24-6. They led 44-21 at halftime, and really, for all intents and purposes, the game was over then. And in the third quarter, Avon outscored Elyria 24-23 to make it 67-45. And Avon would outscore Elyria 19-11 to win it 78-64. Individually for the Avon Eagles. For the Avon Eagles individually, it was Gavin Kitzenberger with 8 points all in the second half. Dean Abdul had 6 points. It was Joey Ziegler leading them with 14. Brooks Good had 10, and Sam Griffiths had 4. 42 points from the starting 5 of Avon. Off the bench, Shane Carty with 3. Caden Clapham 5, Trevor Sikora with 8, Preston Johnson with 6. 22 off the bench, 42 for the starters, gave a total of 64. Playing late in the game and not scoring off the bench, Luke Fox, Kyle Partridge, Carson Wislowski, and Caden Krugman. For Elyria, where they had 5 in double figures. Cam Bell with 13, Rondell Grimmett with 15, Tink Shelton had 7, Kendall Compton with 17, and Selt Wilkerson with 10. 62 for the starting 5 of Elyria off the bench. Jemiah Daniels in the first half had 11 before he left with an injury. Micah Jackson had 5, 16 off the bench, 62 for the starters. Gave Elyria their total of 78. And seeing action off the bench and not scoring, Christian Rogers. And then coming in late, Christian Rogers and Ethan Rogers didn't score. And then coming off the bench late, not scoring was Isaiah Hill, Khalil Washington, Eris Malone, and Mike Lawrence. And Elyria wins at 78-62. Up next tomorrow will be at Midview, girls basketball. It should go on right around 12:15, I would guess. 12:30 tip for Amherst at Midview. And then our next boys game will be Tuesday with these very same Elyria Pioneers at home, opening up round 2 of league play, trying to avenge a round 1 loss to Olmsted Falls. They're going to entertain the Bulldogs.
And we have efforted a conversation with Brett Larrick, and he's making his way up here right now. So we'll transfer the headset and prepare for the postgame interview with Coach Larrick.
All right, thank you, Jared. And we'll give you this. He's going to hand it to you. There you go, Coach.
You got the right shirt on. Give me a hug.
Coach, is that maybe a niece of yours or something?
It is. That's my brother's daughter. And
no kidding. That's Adams?
Lives in Avon. She's catching a little grief. You saw the shirt she had on, right? That's why she's my favorite niece.
She, got bigger since last time I saw her.
Oh, yeah.
I thought your team got bigger tonight. This was a big one. You didn't really go there with me in the pregame, but I kind of sensed that this game was maybe even bigger than you alluded to. Coming in, your kids played like it. You jumped on them 9-0, and then 12-2, 24-6 after 1. Basically just took them out of what they wanted to do. Just talk about your team's effort.
Man, that first half defensively, that first quarter, 6 points. Man, our mindset, we were locked in, full court, half court. Our guys were talking, switching. Taking away Ziegler the first half, 4 points. Man, Tink set a tone guarding him. All of our guys set a tone guarding him and guarding all their guys. We did just a great job being ready to go right from the get-go, and it's what we talked about. We wanted to be a fast start, and that first half, maybe it's close, the best defense we've played, defending and rebounding so we can get out and run.
boy, the defense that Compton and Grimmett, that Shelton and Grimmett played, sharing responsibilities, against Ziegler. I know he was a focal point. He really never got going. I know he got some points, but didn't really seem to get going throughout the game.
No, and it finished with 14. That's a hard 14 that he had to come up with. And I think you saw him force some shots, and that's what we wanted to do, try to make him a little frustrated. Second half, he got some. He kind of backed us down, got to the paint, and we got to do a better job not fouling with the lead. But part of that's them. They're down. They're just going to put their heads down and go. But I thought we made them earn what they got.
5 in double figures. Your leading scorer has 17. When you have that kind of balance, I imagine that has to please you as well.
Absolutely. That's what makes us good. I mean, when we get those numbers and other guys close, and we've got options. You take one away, we got different options to go to, and that's when we're good.
I know he got hurt. Talk about the effort Jeremiah Daniels had.
Yeah, I thought he came out with a purpose. Came off the bench and 7 points that first quarter, but I thought he was locked in defensively as well. Him and Tink, Gardner, 2 guards, bringing them up. Gavin and Ziegler, I thought we were locked in. I hate to see anybody get hurt, especially him. Hopefully it's just an ankle, and we can get him rehabbed and back as soon as possible.
Is that your best effort of the year against a real quality team?
Yeah, for sure the first half. Second half, when you get into it, too many free throws. Heck, 16 of 19, they did a good job. We just fouled them too much, but that first half was really, really good basketball. 44 points for us. Tempo is where we wanted it, but we weren't giving them easy layups. We were sprinting back. We were contesting, making them take tough shots, rebounding the ball and running. That first half for sure.
I didn't ask you about it on the air, but before the game, after we were done with our interview, I said, to this point, you guys have answered a loss with a good win, and that's a sign of a good team, right? Part of this is don't let one bad game affect the next effort.
No, absolutely. We talk about bouncing back. We talk about our focus. We talk about, how we respond. How do you respond to adversity? We're not great all the times doing it in the games. During a game, right now, we've been pretty good at it, bouncing back. The thing is, we got to learn, like we talked about that last game, to be more consistent. I didn't think we played terrible, just 2 spurts, but I thought our bounce back and our focus was really good today.
So Tuesday, you take on Olmsted Falls. We'll have the game on WEOL.com, a Chronicle Telegram YouTube game of the week. Huge game, rematch with Falls, who got you the first time. Just look ahead to Tuesday a little bit, if you don't mind.
No, similar. It's got to be the same mindset going in. They're a really good team. They're up there for a reason, and our mindset's got to be the same as it was tonight. We got to get some work. We got to get ready, get some guys healthy, make sure we've got our legs, and we'll need guys ready to go.
Well, Coach, really appreciate you taking some time. Good luck. I know she's your favorite niece because she's wearing Elyria, but you got another niece over there wearing purple. Maybe you can.
Yeah, she's booing me as I walk out. All right, thanks, guys.
Hey,
we'll
if you're 1 out of 2, that's not bad.
I know, that's right.
All right, Coach, thanks. Congratulations. Brett Larrick, head coach of the Elyria Pioneers. Thanks very much, Jared. That's good stuff. As they win tonight, 78-62. Do we want to take a timeout? Do you want to get right into
We're just going to get right into the stats, the finals, and wrap it up here.
Yep.
So, again, for the Avon Eagles, who kind of battled valiantly in that second half to make it somewhat of a game at the end. Pretty impressive shooting numbers. They were about 50% from the field in that second half. For the ball game, 22 of 53 from the field, just over 40%. 16 of 19 at the line. They did their job there, 84% when they tried to battle back into the game. That's why I think that game got closer in the waning moments of that fourth quarter. 22 rebounds, 12 turnovers. We talked about Elyria sped them up, made them feel uncomfortable throughout most of the ball game, and that was a pretty big difference as well. For the Elyria Pioneers, very impressive. 32 of 57 from the field, so 55%-ish, 56% for the ball game. 5 of 7 at the line, didn't go there a lot, didn't have to worry about a lot. 26 rebounds, 14 turnovers, 7 in each half. We talked about that. The speed with which Elyria plays kind of lends itself to that. So they might not always win the turnover battle, but it's usually because they're kind of efforting something else or using that speed to set up something, and it doesn't always work right the first time. Tonight, in many cases, it did.
Great to be here with you tonight, and I know you've got some scores you want to go over. And again, any scores that you missed tonight, Jared and Ron Yance will have them for you tomorrow morning on the Saturday morning Nick Abraham wrap-up show. That'll be from 9 to 11, and again, you get that on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube page and on WEOL.com.
So we are ahead of some games that we would be following right now, but SWC finals, Amherst takes care of Midview 81-66. Pat Bray back in the win column after what was a little bit of a slide. I think they had lost 3 in a row. Avon Lake falls to Berea Mid-Park at home tonight, 72-57. In the Lorain County League, it was Brookside down in Columbia, 66-59 in a pretty good contest. Black River gets the better of Clearview, 50-36. End of 3, EC up big on Benedictine by a score of 58-43. Last score we had was Olmsted Falls up 10, 33-23 over Ridgeville. That one was at the break. I've got to imagine that's pretty close to going final as well. And again, as Rob mentioned, stick around for the Nick Abraham Saturday Sports Wrap-Up show tomorrow between 9 and 11. Ron Yatz and I will give you all those scores, and we'll talk to coaches from around the area, perhaps a preview of some games that might be going on tomorrow afternoon in girls basketball. As Rob mentioned earlier, we'll be over at Midview as the Midview Middies host Dave Zavara and the Lady Comets. That one, the Super Matinee, set the tip off tentatively around 12:30.
Well, Jared, you set the stage, so no need to keep doing that. Great job by you and Gary Pelder again tonight, and we'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon. I want to remind you that the WEOL Cage Matchup live on WEOL.com and a Chronicle Telegram's YouTube channel between Avon and Elyria tonight was brought to you in part by Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, Route 57 at East Broad Street in Elyria. Lorain County Community College, real education for good jobs. The Lorain Medina Rural Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy partner. The City of Elyria, visit cityofelyria.org today, and by EcoTree Services, your complete tree care company. For Pelt and Jared Kozar, Rob Polinsky reminding you one more time your final score. Elyria 78, Avon 64. See you tomorrow.